How I Don't Listen to Women ended in unemployment. TL. Doctor. Team leader used an arsehole coworker's refusal to listen to women and his nicotine addiction to get him removed from a shift. And ultimately his job. Less than. I'm a woman in retail merchandising, which skews male in terms of employment statistics. Most guys I work with are okay. But as the company I started with literally took anyone who was signing on the day the recruiter visited the job center. That's how they got me. And the agencies we use to bulk numbers are even less picky. Some of the guys are not ideal coworkers. His story is about one of those. On many of our jobs there's a no smoking in the delivery yard rule. Unless that's where the smoking shelter is. You don't smoke out there. One client does not allow smoke breaks between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. either, which irritates many of my coworkers due to the high level of nicotine addicts among them. If you get caught slipping into the yard for a crafty one, you're removed from the job, and possibly even the contract if you're a frequent offender. Cue this guy. We'll call him Puff. He's a smoker with an attitude towards health and safety that had already seen him kicked off multiple contracts for things like climbing racking or throwing things that should not really be yeeted in the direction of other people. On this occasion I was the only woman on the team, and the only non-smoker. As a non-smoker I had more freedom of movement than the guys. I was the only one allowed to take trolleys out of the front door. You don't realize how many shopping trolleys, carts, a store has until you've used almost all of them to empty 3 aisles of stock that are being moved around. And the only one allowed out unsupervised in the yard. Now, no one liked Puff. He was rude, and a nightmare to be around. And he was an ass towards women. I don't listen to women, he had been heard to say. And the team leader knew it. But he had to be caught misbehaving by the store manager before he could be removed from site. One of the things we needed to do, because the fitters couldn't be arsed, was throw the old shelves and brackets in the skip. This thing was an industrial one, nearly twice my height, and the end was closed. You had to throw things into it. Shelves are metal, and these ones were about 5 feet wide and 25 inches deep. I could lift them and maneuver them into place. But throwing them that high solo? Not a chance. The guys could manage it though. I was always sent out with one of the guys, and told to make sure they didn't smoke, wink wink. The team leader and most of the guys knew I'd turn a blind eye to a few quick drags in the shadow of the skip, but everyone was getting fed up of Puff and his attitude problem. So the team leader sent me off with another pallet of mixed shelves and brackets, which were light enough for me to throw, and sent Puff trailing after me. Puff was happy to do so, realizing it was an opportunity to suck down some nicotine. Only instead of ducking behind the skip, where he'd be out of sight of both the cameras and the warehouse door, he leant against it in full sight of both and sparked up. You know, you might want to go round the back so you're not spotted. I don't listen to women, was the predictable reply. And he leant there, slowly smoking. In plain sight, I saw movement in the warehouse. A silhouette by the rack of the store's high-vis yardware. I said nothing. What do you think you're doing? You're not allowed to smoke out here. Why are you letting him smoke? Quote, he doesn't listen to women. The manager, needless to say, didn't want Puff to even finish the shift. And with most clients having red-carded him for various reasons, he was asked to find alternative employment. One job I had me seriously thinking of taking up smoking. All the smokers could look around, see we were in a lull, and say, "Hey, manager, can I go smoke one?" And the manager would say yeah. He knew I didn't smoke. Can I go outside for 5 minutes and breathe and just decompress? Nope. Does that mean he never listened to his mom? Puff the magic drag gone. Puff's job just went up in smoke. Honestly, the most infuriating thing here is that you were letting him smoke. Why are you his keeper? So satisfying. However, your company is a dick for saying you can't smoke from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. What people do on their breaks and lunches isn't their business. He doesn't listen to women? There is still this kind of people exist? What year is this? Joke's on you, Puff is only a few years away from retirement now. Turns out, he doesn't listen to men either. Hashtag things that should not really be yeeted. You had me at hello. How is saying, I don't listen to women, not a fireable offense in its own right? How is that not misbehaving? I mean, sigh. I know why. But you might as well openly tell employees that verbal abuse is allowed. What does couldn't be arsed mean? Uncool person here that's not up to today's lingo. He got what he deserved. As a non-smoker, I had more freedom of movement than the guys. I was the only one allowed out unsupervised in the yard. Could you clarify what freedom of movement and only one allowed out unsupervised have to do with smoking? I don't get the connection. Two priests, who were smokers, were urged to quit smoking. They agreed that they would ask their bishop if smoking was allowed and abide by his decision. The first priest asked the bishop, "Can I smoke while I pray?" To which the bishop responded, "Certainly not. It is a filthy habit." So he stopped smoking but was surprised to see his fellow priest happily smoking. Upon querying, he confirmed that the second also had talked to the bishop about his smoking. The second priest had asked the bishop, "Can I pray while I am smoking?" To which the bishop responded, "Certainly you can pray anytime. It all depends on how you ask the question." Effin' incel. Please don't post spoilers at the top of the story. Edit. Unless you're using the spoiler tag. Thanks, kind stranger. The "I don't listen to women" portion sounds like karma farming fanfiction. As the company I started with literally took anyone who was signing on the day the recruiter visited the job center. Literally took? They reached forward with their hands and held the applicants? Or they removed the applicants from where they were?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.